what you gotta do when you find out that your old band director now knows about your YouTube channel. Hello potatoes, it's Cato the Potato and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about my long lost love, band. I feel like I'm being really dramatic. I thought that this would be a nice time to kind of go down memory lane. I've been, doing some clean outs here and there, and I found this is my band box. It is filled with all of my music from all the years that I've been in band. Now, let me start off with saying that I started band in 6th grade, and I started it actually because I wanted to be a majorette. I was a baton twirler, yes. I wanted to be in the marching band so I could twirl, but then, life just comes at you like that. And then in 6th grade, when I, first played the clarinet, there's just something sparked in me, and I was like, recently we had a Zoom meeting with like a music advisory class with one of my old band directors, and he was like, yeah, I know about your YouTube channel, and I was like, great! So I guess I have to dedicate a video to him. So shout out to you, Mr. Wine, and the Auburn Junior High School band program. It is very unfortunate for me to say that even though it did spark something in 6th grade, I am no longer in band. I did it up until last year, my 10th grade year. So I did for 5 years. 5 really amazing, meaningful, awesome years of my life that I would never ever trade for anything. And honestly, letting go of band is probably one of my biggest regrets. Though it wasn't all entirely my choice to give up band, but I just gotta say, band, it meant so much to me, and it still means so much to me. And the thought of me not being in band anymore is just, it saddens me a lot. And so seeing this, I was so excited to find it, but also as I'm going to go through some old music and stuff like that, just give me a really sentimental moment. So let's just be in this moment present together. So I think first off, I really wanted to start off with my clarinets. Now I have 2 clarinets. I have a plastic one and a wooden one. So my very first clarinet is this LeBlanc. Came like this. It is plastic. It is, black. This is kind of the standard beginner clarinet. And everything works. I haven't given it the love it needs. This is Kylo, by the way. Oh, I was going through a Star Wars phase, and I named my clarinet Kylo. This baby has been with me through thick and thin. Now moving on to my beautiful Summer. Now this one is a very interesting case. I've never quite seen a case quite like this. It's there, but it's got very interesting pockets, which I usually store my reeds or unopened reeds. I have a separate reed case because I was fancy like that. But yeah, I've got a harmonica here. Okay, I still have some bassoon reeds because I tried to pick up bassoon at one point in time. So I've got some bassoon reeds. I probably have an oboe reed in there somewhere too. I went through a phase of playing many different types of instruments just to see. I switched over to bass clarinet in 8th grade, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Bass clarinet. Though I love my clarinets, I'm going to get a bass clarinet when I get older. There is no question about that. This one is Yucca. Yucca is gorgeous. Yucca is made out of granadella wood. I've got this Bundy mouthpiece, which is separate from the Summer clarinet, and then I believe this one is the Summer mouthpiece it came with. But I liked this one better. A lot of people who aren't in band probably have no idea what I'm talking about. This one obviously was made of wood. It was brand new. It was, definitely better quality than the other one. And so this was kind of a step up for me. And so, yeah. Let's go through our box of mysteries. It has my music of 5 years. Actually, I'm gonna change the angle here a little bit. And so you can see. So let's just go through some stuff and see what we find. Oh, so this is my bass clarinet mouthpiece. Oh, you can see that's a little bit disgusting, but it is beautiful. I believe it's a B50. Yeah, it's a B50. The mouthpiece itself is Van Doren, but the ligature is from Rovner. Also some symphony band live. I've also got some marching band CDs, which are pretty cool. Okay, so this is a really cool thing. There is a YouTuber named Michael Lowenstern. He is one of the best bass clarinet players out there right now. And I actually got to meet him one time. And I printed off a picture of him and made him sign it. So this has all of my music for 5 years essentially. It's insane to me like how this is almost like a time capsule for me. Man, oh man, this is when like we were starting to learn music. We have Santa on the Housetop, first holiday concert. We had a song called Woolly Bully, and then this is solo and ensemble, which for those of you who don't know what solo and ensemble is, it's basically like a festival where you practice some pieces, you perform them for a judge, and they grade you by a rating of 1, 2, 3, or 4. This one was my very first solo that I played. This was my very first duet that I played. I got 1s, which is the highest rating that you can get. And some warmer chorale, some scales going. Oh, so I don't want to go through each one of them because that's going to take forever. But there's a song called Blue Ridge Reel. I had to play vibraphone on this one, and guess what? During this, so this was for MPA, which is musical performance assessment, which is where the whole band plays for a judge, and then they grade you by your performance. And for Blue Ridge Reel, I play vibraphone, which is a percussion instrument. I broke it in the middle of the performance. Like I went to just like there's a pedal for breaks at the bottom, and so I pressed it to kind of like echo the sound. That's how like a pedal works, and it just. So that was fun. Fanfare and processional, which is something that we play every single graduation. We've got some more solo and ensemble stuff. I did get my first 2 on a trio because I couldn't play all the high notes correctly and it just sounded really bad, but it's okay. Oh, a Christmas festival. This is like the wackiest Christmas song that we've ever played. It like switches key signatures like every other second. Like it's the weirdest thing. I remember all of these in there. I'm like getting chills. Like, well, so I've got a shirt that says band, eat, sleep, play, it's just the way of life. And then I have some Allstate shirts, but I didn't want to be obnoxious because like Allstate was also a big part. I'm surprised I haven't stumbled on any Allstate music yet. To a Wild Rose. Oh, this was a baritone song. I played baritone for this one. Here we go. I'm getting into the Allstate section. I think I divided up into different sections. So the first part is like a lot of my second class band musics, and then these are like honor band musics. And so yeah, these are honor band musics. So I did a lot of honor bands back in the day, which I will also get to showing my medal collection, which I was a little bit tentative on showing it because I didn't want to be obnoxious about it, but I was like, when am I ever going to talk about them again? I'm not getting any more medals soon. Oh, Black is the Color. This is a really pretty piece. You should totally listen to it by, there's a version by Pentatonics where it's just, and I get to play the low note. It's beautiful. Great Locomotive Chase. This was a fun one that we did. I'm surprised I haven't gotten to Darkland so much. Yeah, I remember that one. But there's a specific song that I was looking forward to finding, which was called Foundry. Can't find it. John Mackey is a great composer. Like, I absolutely love his compositions. Oh, here we go. I found Foundry. Yeah, this one is very intense. It just like I absolutely loved it. Foundry, Red Rock Mountain, and Black is the Color are my 3 favorite pieces that I think we played. Here's a couple of pieces from my Allstate. Let's see. We ain't playing around. This is bringing back so many memories, and it's just. I feel like that's all I'm gonna do in terms of box, because I feel like I'm gonna cry. I wanted this to be a fun video and stuff like that, but I loved band, and I still love band, and it was a really hard thing for me to do when I decided to not put band in my junior year schedule. For me this year after I moved, I got scared. I got really intimidated with the thought of trying to join a new band, and I ended up not joining, and I regret it. I really do. And I gave up something that gave me so much joy. Like, I gave up a lot for band. I gave up pretty much all of my extracurriculars. For those who are like teetering on the edge of like whether you should join band or not, try it. Please do. Like, while you're making that decision, like, I don't know if I should do it. Do it. I guarantee you it'll be worth it. If you know that band is not for you, then I completely understand. I'm not gonna like force it on you, but I just know from personal experiences that I had the hesitation of giving it up. My dad was sitting right next to me while I was planning out my schedule, and I could just see it in his eyes that he didn't want me to continue on doing band. And I had that hesitation, and I decided that despite that, I was gonna give it up. And yeah. So let's get on to this last part of the video, which is my medal collection. Now, I debated on showing this because I felt like, and I'm like trying to show off, but this is something that I'm genuinely really proud of. I went a little all out. They called me the human chandelier for a while. Yep, there we go. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go through some important ones, not all of them, because like the yellow and the green ones are for solo and ensemble. These are from solos, these are from ensembles, and so those are pretty self-explanatory. This was my very first district honor band medal, and I had actually got disqualified the year before, and so this was a huge moment for me that I was like finally getting to go to district. But then the very important one is right here, which is my very first all-state medal. This one like just kind of was like a thing in my head of like, oh, I can make it to all-state. Like, screw the person who disqualified me for playing my scales in the wrong order. This one was the time that I got first chair, so that was pretty important to me. This one was from an Auburn University middle school honor band, and then I got first chair the second time I did it, so I got this one. Man, going through these also give me chills. Oh, I've got my marching badge right here. I marched for 3 years total, but I only got one because my private school was the only one who offered it. This is my tri-am badge, and then this is my clarinet pin. These truly were the best moments of my life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And so, if you have something that you love, I really recommend not ever letting it go. Because you never know. Just never know. Yeah, I didn't want to end it on this note, but I know a lot of my band friends are watching, and so I miss being in band with everyone. And thank you so much to all of my previous band directors for bringing me up in music and just helping me become the person I am today. Band is to become great musicians, but also to be better people. And I think definitely did that for me. I know everyone has plenty of time, so go practice. Hope you have a great day. Wishing you the best as always. Cato, rolling on out.